Bro, is this shit not creepy? Yo, is this shit not creepy? What kind of bullshit, bro? The ice cream truck pulling up at 9 o'clock. Sounding mad distorted. Slowly creeping up. Yo, I'm about to get kidnapped, bro. What the fuck? You just sitting there too. There's no kids. It's not quiet.
Very, very odd.
Bro. You got it.
Same time, bro. Same time, different day. These motherfuckers are mad. Hey, you ain't getting away today, motherfucker.
They seem to all be playing the same sound as well.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Bro. Bro, no. 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 No, 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 no.
What's happening, Night God family? Hope y'all are doing well this evening. Today, I've got some content for you that is going viral on TikTok, and a lot of people are talking about it. And it's not just happening in one area, it's happening all over the country, namely Ohio and Virginia. And it's ice cream trucks, right? But not your average run-of-the-mill ice cream truck activity. It's ice cream trucks that are being seen all over cities in each of those two states, out trying to sell from 10 to 1 a.m., which is causing a lot of people to raise red flags. It just started happening out of the blue. It's very peculiar, and people are kind of skeptical as to what their intentions are and what they're doing, being out so late trying to sell ice cream to essentially, who's the market? Kids. I know where I'm from, I don't ever see an ice cream truck out past 6 p.m. I mean, you might be able to even give them sunset, but that's as late as you ever see ice cream trucks out and about in most cities. So people are thinking that they might be up to no good. Well, they've also been posting a lot of TikToks recording these trucks, like I said, from all over the country out at these times. One girl who just started posting videos pertaining to this a few days ago took it upon herself to decide and follow one of these ice cream trucks. It had been going through her community frequently at night for a few days at this point. She said even one time she went to try and buy ice cream just to see maybe what they were about, and they seemingly sped away and continued to circle the block until they left. People have called law enforcement. There doesn't seem to be any type of arrests or even pullovers happening in these situations. It's almost like the cops just don't either want to bother or think there's nothing going on with it. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, ice cream trucks out that late at night is very sketchy, and I don't get it. I don't understand it. And of course, there's people that have allegedly debunked it online, and if you ask ChatGPT, it also is debunked, but there's really no excuse for it, and it just looks really weird. At the end of the day, why are they out that late at night if they only have good intentions? We all know really nothing good happens, especially after, I don't know, 11, 12 o'clock. As you can imagine, I'm not going to specify what people think is happening for simply the thought of getting shadow banned, but it's pretty obvious what people think could be taking place. And what's crazier about all this is the girl does end up following one of them, and it takes her down this weird, quiet back road where she kind of panics because there's no houses or anything like that. It's a dirt road, and this is Ohio, right, by the way, and she decided to turn around. She was with her friend. Well, as soon as she turns around, there the ice cream truck is with its lights on, following them. It had no sound or no song playing, and she said as they were driving, trying to get away, all of a sudden the sound did start playing and it started playing in reverse. Very weird, almost demonic in nature. Eventually, she makes it to a gas station she thinks is open 24 hours, but it doesn't happen to be open at that time. Well, the ice cream man gets out and confronts her. What he says to her, according to her, is, quite frankly, mind-blowing. I'm going to play her videos for you guys and let you kind of be the judge whether you think these trucks or this situation is a malicious type of intent going on here. I have my opinion. I already know how I feel. Something isn't right. It's odd. Lastly, the girl that does follow this ice cream truck begins getting followed by a white van as well. And this old lady ends up coming out of the woodwork and claims that her husband used to also operate an ice cream truck, in that he had passed away in 2017. She's 83 years old. And she says that one day he would normally keep her away from the ice cream truck, right? He didn't allow her in it, allow her near it. Well, one day the trash man needed to get to the trash can or something along those lines, and her husband wasn't available, so she got in to move it. Well, she got in to move it, and apparently she found some items in this ice cream truck that screamed something's wrong. And we'll get to that as well. But it's a wild story, creepy, all of the above. It's fascinating. I'm curious as to what's going on here. People want to know, and we have a right to know. It's just weird that all of a sudden these ice cream trucks are showing up all over the place, namely in the Midwest, in the East. They're out so late at night. Like I said, numerous videos of them trying to sell ice cream at 10 and 11 o'clock at night. I get it. It's probably still hot in some areas at that time, but it's just raising really big red flags. The girl that does follow the trucks, she does get a picture of one of these guys, and that lady, the old lady, said that her husband was associated with him and that he could be a police officer. So a lot of people think the police are in on it, and that's why there's nothing really happening to these ice cream trucks as far as any type of investigating or any type of, interaction with them whatsoever. They seem to be just getting away with doing what they're doing, and nobody's questioning their intent. So, very odd situation. It's going viral right now on TikTok like crazy, and a lot of people are wondering what the heck's going on. So I'm going to go ahead and play a series of videos that I put together. Some of the first 3 are going to be just random people on TikTok recording the ice cream trucks, and then it'll go into the girl on TikTok who followed the ice cream truck. It gets wild, it gets intense, and I'm curious to know what you guys think at the end of this. Let me know in the comments, because something just seems awry here. It does not seem right what is going on. Check this out.
So I posted a video yesterday that semi went viral, and it was me outside around 10 p.m. showing a truck that's been circling my house for the past few days. The truck, it looks kind of like an ice cream truck, and it plays ice cream truck music, but it's not like a normal ice cream truck. Like, it looks different. It has no license plate. And so I think it was like 2 nights ago, I gardened and had the munchies, right? And I wanted some ice cream, right? So I heard it outside around the same time. It comes around the same time every night. So I'm like, the ice cream truck's about to come because it's been coming at 10. So I'm like, let me go get some ice cream. So I hear the thing outside. I'm an old lady. I like to sit on the porch anyways. And I usually go out to sit on the porch around 9:30 after my son's sleeping. So I see it coming. I hear it coming. And I'm like, I'm about to go get some ice cream, right? It wouldn't stop. Like, it was playing ice cream truck music. But when I tried to get ice cream, it literally sped up and went around the block multiple times. And then I called the police.
Wow.
Because when I realized they wasn't stopping to give me the ice cream, I was like, okay, this is sus. So I called the police, right? Because at first I didn't think anything of it. And I'm like,
absolutely,
this is low-key fucking weird. I just wanted some damn ice cream because I just guarded and have the munchies, and now I'm caught up in this weird shit. So I call the police, and they're like, that's been happening.
Odd
There's
music
nothing
selection.
we can do. There's no law against ice cream trucks out at a certain time. And I'm trying to explain. I'm like, no, this isn't just an ice cream truck. And there's literally nothing they can do. They
guess.
literally hung up the phone on me.
Hell, I don't know no Jackson. I know Ben Frankie. What the hell? Gotta take my pills. I get too cranky. What the hell? And a S5 and a S80.
Here, she actually goes in and follows one of them.
So there's multiple videos on TikTok saying that children are going missing because of
Here's
ice
where it
cream
starts to ramp up.
trucks. Over 80 children in Virginia. But there's no news articles, and when you look it up, nothing comes up. And then there's other videos on TikTok saying there's 80 children missing because they're runaways. 80 runaways.
Runaways,
in the same
come
area,
on.
all at once.
It's odd.
Also, explain the fact about the ice cream trucks. Even if the missing children are missing because they're runaways, what about the ice cream trucks? Why are they
Right.
out at 2 a.m.? Kids are not
2
out
a.m..
at 2 a.m. looking for ice cream. So what's really going on? Like, I seen it for myself, so I want to know what's really going on. Because there's misinformation all over TikTok. We all know there's really ice cream trucks going around.
There is.
But there's no reports or news about children going missing in Virginia. Okay, so numerous comments telling me to follow the ice cream truck. So, like I said in my last video, this ice cream truck has been coming around our house around 9:30 to 11 p.m. every night. So around like 9:20 last night, I went to my car to wait in it. So I sat in my car a good 45
She doesn't explain that she actually does have a friend with her.
minutes waiting, and then I
A female friend.
literally heard the jingles. So I back out of my driveway and I start following it. And it usually circles around our block like 2 times or 3 times, and it didn't do this time. While I'm following it, the truck never speeds up, but it was staying out of reach, like it was leading us somewhere. I kid you not, it was about 15 minutes into following them, and the ice cream truck made a sharp turn onto a very odd road. Like, it was an unmarked street. I don't even know if it was a street, but it was unmarked, it was unpaved, and it was on gravel. It was like a field surrounded by overgrown trees, and most of you are probably thinking, okay, this is when she stops. But Gen Z, I took that turn onto that road too.
Wild.
Okay, and when I take a turn, my headlights catch the back of the ice cream truck, and it
It's
literally
gone.
sped up. Like, it started going fast. We follow it for another like probably 15 seconds until we realize that the road isn't even going anywhere. There's no street lights. The truck is gone because it's sped up. And at this point, we're like, okay, we are literally freaked out. Let's get out of this situation.
Probably a good call. And if you do this, I recommend having some form of self-defense, especially females.
Turn our car around. The moment our headlights swept back towards the road, guys, the ice cream truck was there, and he was behind our car. The little lights that flash on the ice cream truck was still flashing, but the music was cut off. It was gone. Okay, and after about 2 minutes of the music being off, it came back on, guys, but it was reversed. Like,
So
I kid you
weird.
not. So I'm like, dude, speed up. And this truck is literally speeding up with us, following every turn we make. So I said, dude, get on the highway. Like, I'm not going with this. He goes on the, we're driving on the highway, and he goes like to the grass on the highway, and this dude is literally still following us. And there's like no cars on the road because it's late. All right. So I call the cops. I'm like, there's somebody following us. I tell the cop that we're being followed, and he literally replies and said that they've had multiple calls about this ice cream truck, and they haven't been able to track it. Okay.
Oh, bull.
So there's a sheet. I'm like, dude, pull into the sheets. I'm about to confront this dude. Like, why is he following us? Because I get it. We were following him at first, but we were literally just going to question him about the TikToks. What's going on? I
Valid.
literally run inside of the gas station, but the doors were locked. Okay, I see
Go
the ice cream
figure.
truck pull in, and I'm literally at Sheets trying to open the door, and they're closed. But here's the weird thing. Sheets is always open. I'm not, at this point, I'm like, what the is going on? So the guy in the ice cream truck literally starts to get out, and I could see his face. He's like a very old, dirty man. He literally came up to me. I was scared, but I stayed because I could tell he was coming up to talk to me. And he literally said in a very old voice, he was like, "Who goes around chasing ice cream trucks and their cars forcing them to stop beeping at 11 p.m.? A lot of people are asking me to post.
Wild, right? And also very dangerous, guys. I don't recommend doing anything like this, especially females. And if you do, always have some form of self-defense. It's a very dangerous game, should these guys be bad men. Be careful out there.
Those of us chasing down the ice cream truck. So here they are. It's an ice cream truck that's been out operating at late, weird times at night. In my last video, I explained while we were following him, he turned down a weird unmarked road, and we turned down too. But it just didn't seem safe, so that's when we turn around to go back home. But as soon as we turn around, that's when he started following us. Almost like he led us down that road to switch it up and follow us. So we go to Sheetz, and it's like 5 minutes.
I absolutely disagree with her there. I don't think that was to switch it up. I think that was to set them up for a potential. Most likely they had another person down there with a van or something along those lines. Allegedly, that's how it gets done, or that's how it happens. Most of the time, the main truck is just a decoy, and then they'll have a van come in, and then they'll get the person with that van, and then they'll go down the road or around the corner, switch to another van. They'll go down the road or around the corner, switch to another van, then they hit the highway. So by the time it's all said and done, the police would have no idea what vehicle they were looking for. They'd be looking for the wrong one. That's how in-depth and how well thought out and planned these guys do these things. They are very bad men.
Oh my god, here it comes.
At this point, we go to walk into Sheetz. So we go to walk into Sheetz because we feel more safe. There was people. In my last video, like I said, Sheetz ended up being closed, but Sheetz is always open. That was so weird. And that's when the guy in the ice cream truck literally got out, and I could see he was walking towards me, and he comes up to me and he says, "Who goes around chasing people, beeping their horns all crazy at 10 p.m. I basically said, "Have you not seen the news? Why are you operating an ice cream truck this late at night?" Honestly, at this point, I didn't really feel threatened. I thought that I don't know. Guys, this is where it gets weird. This man literally looked at me and my friend, I wasn't alone. My friend was with me the whole time. This man looked at us and said, he literally looked at us and was like, "Do you two girls want to do stuff to prove you can be trusted?" He told us he sells women for transfusions. He said they put children adrenaline into adult Jews. And he said he runs Goo Gold. And we didn't even have to walk away. After he said that, he walked away very fast.
Uses women, the way she said that, it sounds like he might be foreign, for transfusions, and puts something in juice from children for adults. I think we all know what that could possibly be. It's unfortunate. I think she was calling the cops so she didn't get this recorded. Some people think she's making that part of it up. It's hard to say. It is odd it wasn't recorded, but I could understand if she was in fact calling the cops. And not only that, a situation like that is absolutely horrifying for somebody. And maybe you'd be scared that you might anger them if you're recording or something along those lines. Like, it would be pretty ballsy to record, and it'd be hard to do without showing your hand. And who knows, like you said, it could tick them off, and it could end up way worse for you if you did record. So it's not that surprising she didn't have that conversation recorded. It's really not that surprising.
Like, he didn't
And if anybody knows what Goo Gold is, let me know in the comments.
run, but it was a speed walk. At that point, we really didn't know what to say, and we took our phones out and called the police. So we get into the car to leave, but we were too scared to go home. So we were kind of just driving around. The man was gone by now. But we noticed after like 5 minutes of us driving, there was a different white van that was different from the ice cream truck. This was like just a white van. And we noticed that it was following us. So I told my friend, make the next turn she can see, and it was into a parking garage.
I'm sorry, but how absolutely insanely silly of a move. A parking garage, for Pete's sake. Come on now. You gotta be smarter than that. Bad move. They're lucky to be alright.
So this van was literally following us. It followed us in and it followed us out. I tried to record as much as I could, and my dash cam in my car also got. This was literally the man behind the white van. A woman on TikTok just came forward and said that her husband...
Okay, so she showed a picture of the gentleman in the white van right here. It's kind of tough to see. Let me see if I can come up with a better one here. So here's the picture of the gentleman that they got. Needless to say, the dude looks a whole level of creepy, scary. I couldn't imagine how they felt having him following them. A lot of people say he looks very demonic, and they actually point to these kind of what look like maybe entities up behind him to his right. They're saying they look like demonic entities possibly. I'm not sure. Yeah, this guy looks very scary, and he does come up later. It's wild how he comes up later. So just continue to watch. It gets interesting, to say the least.
A woman on TikTok just came forward and said that her husband was involved in the ice cream truck disappearances. Alrighty, this person says, I noticed you're in Ohio and have been posting from Cleveland. I recently shared a video about something very serious. My ex-husband, who passed away in 2017, ran an ice cream truck from 2005 to 2017. And during that time, he was involved in escorting underage girls. One of his closest friends, a man named Eddie from Cleveland, is in law enforcement and was involved in all of this. I tried to bring this to the attention of police, but they've never taken me seriously. No matter how many times I've spoken out, it feels like they were even involved or trying to cover it up. I saw the photos you posted, and the African-American man in the van is indeed Eddie. I just want to raise awareness and make sure that the truth is heard. Thank you for taking the time to read this, and some even say that he looks like Candyman. That's how I know. I'm not trying to accuse you of anything, just trying to connect us and make sure the truth finally comes out.
So if you didn't catch that, woman, this older woman, her husband, worked closely with the gentleman that she took a picture of. He's ex-law enforcement, and his name is Eddie. What are the chances of that? Absolutely mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing.
A woman messaged me, and I go to this woman's page. Her name is Beulah Jenkins. And I go to her page thinking, oh, this is just somebody messing with me. But she has multiple videos with high views, so I'm not too sure. So me and this woman, we video chatted on Facebook Messenger, and she told me that a man named Eddie took over her ex-husband's ice cream truck that they were transporting little girls in. She said that she found multiple little girls' Skechers one day inside of her husband's ice cream truck. Guys, this is crazy. And she says Eddie now owns the truck and is also involved in law enforcement.
Wild. So I'm going to go ahead and read it for y'all. I noticed you're in Ohio and have been posting from Cleveland. I recently shared a video about something very serious my ex-husband, who passed away in 2017, did. He ran an ice cream truck from 2005 to 2017, and during that time he was involved in escorting underage girls. One of his close friends, a man named Eddie, is in law enforcement from Cleveland, was involved in all of it. I've tried to bring it to police, to no avail. They seem to be involved or trying to cover it up. I saw the photos you posted, and the African-American man in that van is indeed Eddie. I just want to raise awareness and make sure the truth is heard. Thank you for taking the time to read this. Some even say he looks like Candyman. I'm not trying to accuse you of anything, just trying to connect dots and make sure the truth is finally heard. Just insane. So this is some of her posts. She was posting pictures. This is her. This is what it says. Anytime I try to talk about my ex-husband and what he did for a living, nobody believes me. I've tried over and over again, but no one listens. It feels like they're just brushing it off, like I'm making it up. Maybe it's because I'm older now and my story sounds too crazy, but it's the truth. My husband passed away in 2017. We were together for 10 years. I met him towards the end of my life. At first, I thought he just loved kids, always smiling at them, giving out free popsicles. He had this charm. You'd think he was the kind of man who missed having children of his own. He never wanted me near his truck, ever. Not even to grab something. Said it was always messy or for business only. But one day, he was in the shower, and I needed to move it so the garbage truck could get through. So I opened the back. There was no ice cream, none. Just a cooler full of water bottles and a box of children's clothes, and something about that made me sick. I know this sounds crazy to some of you, Some people brush me off because I'm old, maybe confused, maybe making things up. But let me ask you, why are there still ice cream trucks out after dark? Why are children still disappearing, especially around Virginia? Why are the stories always the same vans, trucks, missing kids, and nothing ever gets solved? Children in our neighborhood was going missing. They were the same ones my husband would wave at every day. The same kids he gave free ice cream to. Called them by name. Said they reminded him of his nieces and nephews. None of my kids talk to me anymore. I haven't seen my grandkids in years. All because I opened my mouth. Because I couldn't pretend he was just a sweet old man with a popsicle truck. He started it with one man, a friend of my husband's. His name was Eddie. Tall, and always wore that old leather badge holder on his belt, even though he was retired. Turns out, he was a police officer for over 20 years. I remember the first time I saw him get into the truck. It was around 9:30 at night. I said, "Where are you two going this late?" And they just laughed and said, "Business never sleeps. Business." Ice cream business at 9:30 at night? That same night, a little girl 2 blocks down went missing. Never came home from playing outside. To me, that is just wild, y'all. Absolutely wild. And super sad at the same time. Her family won't believe her. Well, they're about to find out now, aren't they? Do you believe this old lady? Do you believe she is actually telling the truth? I have an inclination to think most likely. It's insane to think that this is taking place, or if it is, that this many people are involved, law enforcement, you name it. But to me, between the previous girl, this old lady, and their accounts, I just don't see it being fake. I just think that's too elaborate of a lie, too in-depth. I just don't think it can. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, right? In the end, it's seemingly very, very plausible that it's true. I'm not sure. Obviously, I can't say for 100% fact. Obviously, this is only for entertainment, but you guys let me know what you think in the comments. I got to hear your opinions. Now she's being followed. Look at that. Wild. That's so scary. And how do you fake that as well? It's literally parked in her driveway. Every time she calls the cops when it's parked in her driveway, it's almost as if he's either A, being tipped off, or B, he has a scanner and knows the police channel and can hear them before they get there. But he leaves every time before they get there. Scary stuff. That's why you gotta be careful, folks. Just chilling. I mean, imagine the horrifying feeling you'd get. To me, that proves the ice cream trucks are funny. Something ain't right. In all, I hope that everybody's wrong. I hope they're harmless. I hope nothing is behind them. But that girl is literally getting followed now for confronting that ice cream truck. I don't see how you go to that degree to fake a video or lie about it. I think she's telling the truth, it seems. So hopefully she stays safe. Again, what do you guys think's going on here? Maybe another theory or something along those lines, possibly, or is it what you think it is? It's what people think it is. Let me know in the comments. And lastly, guys, this is on a more strange and mysterious note. That was strange and mysterious as well, but this is more of a positive note. This video was actually taken and posted to TikTok. When I first came across it, I instantly was like, oh, that's AI. And I bypassed it because I thought there's no way that's definitely AI. Well, so what's amazing about it is when you take the video and run it through AI video detection software, in fact, one of the more popular ones, known as Hive Moderation, the input comes back not likely to contain AI or be AI generated. the chances are a 0.4% chance. So there's a 99.6% chance that the video I just showed you of that TR3B is real. And I'm going to play the whole thing through. Just wanted to show you that according to this software, that video is 100% authentic. Here's the scores. Not AI generated. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. Seems to be electromagnetic propulsion. So I'm not even going to lie. That is truly one of the best videos I've ever seen, if it's real, of a TR-3B. A little history about the TR-3B aircraft. The legend of the TR-3B likely begins with a 1991 Aviation Week and Space Technology article by William Scott, describing a supposed stealthy reconnaissance aircraft called the TR-3A Black Manta, developed by Northrop. Reports suggest it flew in the late 70s or early 80s and supported F-117 missions during Desert Storm. The name TR-3 may stem from the misremembered Tier 3 unmanned reconnaissance projects later canceled. Its triangular design mirrors the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber or speculative Flying Dorito prototypes. The TR-3B variant escalated the myth into speculative extremes. An anti-gravity craft reverse engineered from alien tech, silently hovering, performing impossible maneuvers, and powered by exotic systems like pressurized mercury plasma or nuclear fusion. Conspiracy lore ties its origins to Operation Paperclip, claiming that German scientists aided in its development using captured extraterrestrial tech. The most sensational element of the lore relates to the patents. Salvatore Cesar Pius, an aerospace engineer, has filed patents for exotic systems such as inertial mass reduction device, gravitational wave generators, and space-time modification weapons, some funded by the US Navy and publicly available despite the secret of the subject. Critics, like nuclear engineer Carl Willis, dismiss Pius's patents as pseudoscientific, full of vague jargon and inconsistent with physics. An earlier 2004 patent by John St. Clair describes a triangular spacecraft using vertical electrostatic charges at its corners to generate lift and propulsion via EM fields, but again, speculative. I don't know about y'all, but that looked like something that used electrostatic charges at its corners to generate lift and propulsion via electromagnetic fields. If anything, that's what it was doing. A UK Ministry of Defence study under Project Condign looked at triangular UAP reports and concluded many sightings could be due to atmospheric plasmas, charged buoyant gases that when observed under certain conditions could appear triangular due to gaps in light reflections. Okay. Researchers cautioned that such visuals may lead to misperceived craft sightings. Triangular UFO sightings date back decades. In the 1960s, various triangular objects were reported across the US and abroad, silent, hovering, and large. In 1969, National Guard pilots chased a 50-foot triangular object over Puerto Rico. The 1980s Hudson Valley Wave featured silent V-shaped objects moving slowly. Some pilots later identified them as ultralight aircraft. The Belgian UFO Wave, 1989 to 92, involved large silent triangular objects tracked on radar. Belgian F-16s failed to visually acquire the targets, and pilots reported maneuverability exceeding conventional aviation. Other notable events include the 1997 Phoenix Lights, explained as flares by the Air Force, and various later incidents in Illinois and Texas. The TR-3B legend is a compelling mix of aviation rumor, sensational speculation, and public fascination with the unknown. While no confirmed declassified documents validated its existence, the fascination persists, propelled by intriguing patents, long-standing sightings reported, and the allure of hidden technologies. So there you have it. That's a little history of the TR-3B for you. Very interesting craft. Do I believe it's real? Absolutely, absolutely do. No doubt in my mind, I feel that it is real. So there you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed the last one as well. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for staying tuned. I appreciate each and every one of you. Love you all. And until the next one, stay in the love, stay in the light, be kind to others. I am out.